looking at Jeremiah 36 today, and verse 15. I made reference to this story yesterday in the morning service and asked the church to read Jeremiah 36 because I find it interesting that Jeremiah prophesies and Baruch reads it in their ears. He writes it, Baruch writes it down, and then he's asked to read it. And it came to pass, verse 16, when they had heard all the words, they were afraid, both one and the other, and said unto Baruch, we'll surely tell the king of all these words. Now these are princes, and the historical context is Jerusalem, and the princes are there. The king isn't in the room at that time, but Jeremiah gives the prophecy about the future destruction of the city of Jerusalem by the Babylonians. And they asked Baruch, saying, tell us now, how did you write all these words? Verse 18, then Baruch answered them, he pronounced all these words unto me with his mouth, and I wrote them with ink in the book. Then said the princes unto Baruch, go hide you and Jeremiah, let no man know where you are. And they went into the king into the court, but they laid up the roll in the chamber of Elishama the scribe, and told all the words in the ears of the king. So the king sent Yehudi to fetch the roll. He took it out of Elishama the scribe's chamber. Yehudi read it in the ears of the king and in the ears of all the princes which stood beside the king. And now the king sat in the winter house in the 9th month, and there was a fire on the hearth burning before him. And it came to pass that when Yehudi had read the 3 or 4 leaves, he cut it with the penknife, cast it into the fire that was on the hearth, until all the roll was consumed in the fire that was on the hearth. Yet they were not afraid, nor rent their garments, neither the king nor any of the servants that heard all these words. So they had no respect for the prophecy, no respect for Jeremiah's writing, prophecy, and Baruch's writing of the prophecy. Verse 25, nevertheless, Elnathan and Delaiah, Gamaliel made intercession to the king that he would not burn the roll, but he would hear them. Don't burn it, but hear them. Don't burn it, but hear them. How about this? Don't ignore it, but hear it. How about this one? Don't be passive and complacent, but hear it. Like, take it to heart, hear it. Don't put it aside. Don't leave it on the piano or a bookshelf. Don't ignore it, but hear it. The hearing of the truth. Denial of truth is a common thing with people. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, because it produces the trouble. But the hearing is the answer. The hearing is reality, and with the hearing and receiving is the coming to God and receiving or believing, relating to God. Help me, save me, teach me, instruct me. But they would not hear it. So, verse 26, but the king commanded Jerahmeel the son of Hamelech and Sarah the son of Azriel and Shelemiah the son of Abdiel to take Baruch the scribe and Jeremiah the prophet, but the Lord hid them. Then the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, after that the king had burned the roll, and the words which Baruch wrote at the mouth of Jeremiah, saying, take thee again another roll, write in it all the former words that were in the first roll, which Jehoiakim, the king of Judah, has burned. And you shall say to Jehoiakim, king of Judah. Now, notice there's a progression. They don't receive the prophet. Prophet speaks, but now they destroy the scripture. Then he comes back with it again. Like we cannot get rid of truth. 2 Corinthians 13. You can do nothing against the truth, but only for it. We can deny it, but it comes back. We can ignore it, but it is still there. It still speaks. The great blessing of the believer is the willingness and the availability to hear truth, relate to it, have it direct me, instruct me, help me, encourage me. So God told Jeremiah to write it again, another roll. Verse 29, you shall say to Jehoiakim, king of Judah, thus saith the Lord, you have burned this roll. Why hast thou written there, saying, why hast thou written therein, saying, the king of Babylon shall certainly come and destroy this land, and shall cause to cease from thence man and beast. Therefore thus saith the Lord of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, he shall have none to sit upon the throne of David. His dead body shall be cast out in the day to the heat, and in the night to the frost. Okay, so that's our devotional. What do we take away from it today? Just the thought that the word, why not hear it and believe it? If I deny it, it doesn't do away with it. It's still there, waiting for me to relate to it. I can be healed by it. I can be restored. I can be converted. I can be changed. In humility, receive it. If I don't, it doesn't go away. It comes back. It's there. And it's one day I have to give an account. And so the great thing for us is to humble ourselves today, be submitted to God today, and be healed. And I am also speaking about soulish people, soulish believers that gravitate and drift to their intelligence or their emotions. And when the truth comes to confront them in the spirit, for them readily to accept it and to be humble before God. Very good word. Don't gravitate in your soul to the natural, to your intelligence or your emotions or your power or your strength, but gravitate to God in the spirit with brokenness and trust, and wait upon him and receive what he has for you. Yeah. God bless you. Thank you. You got Nathan here.
Yeah.
Nathan.